Right. Here we go. Perfect. We are live, guys. Nice. Okay, it's time to get started. Let me open my PowerShell. I think I should open my Wisdom. For some odd reason, Wisdom doesn't work well with Komorebi in terms of tiling window managers. So it's okay. I can still use whatever I need. What was it? Just 1 second, guys. I think I need to be reminded. What was it? The shortcuts. Cycle layout is fine. Focus workspace, toggle float. This is fine. Yeah, it's Alt Shift H and L, right? But I'm doing it. Alt JKL. That's for some reason it's not working. Because it's, yep, there you go. Okay, cool. No issues. I think this is fine. All right, it's time to get started. Let me open my chat. अब ये क्या है? अरे, what's up with morning streams? Oh, hi. How are you up at this time? It's nice to see. I thought you will not be up. It's good to see. Welcome. Um, I don't know. The only possible time that I can stream is morning because evening, as I said, I'm trying to hit the gym and all. So you are in Bangalore? Oh, what? You didn't tell me? Where? I mean, for what? Are you working or something? Makes sense that you are actually in Bangalore and you are up early to maybe avoid traffic. Is that the reason? Which branch am I at? Some work outside stuff. Oh, that sounds cool. That sounds good. Are you going outside of Bangalore? I mean, somewhere to have fun, quote unquote. I don't know what kind of fun would it be for you all, but yeah, okay. It was lagging for some reason. This chat also lags weird, but let me make sure I've opened it on my monitor as well. Yep. Okay. All right. So the thing is, I'm trying to get used to the timings, the new one. So yeah, let's see how it goes. I might not stream daily, but at least I'm at this time. If I stream, I think I'll be able to do it quite regularly. So I'm hoping that will work out for all of us and people will be enjoying the streams and the work, whatever we should be doing. That's it. Nothing else. But yeah, open to feedback. Again, as I said, it's very difficult to stream in the evening. Why am I getting notifications? Oh, yep. There you go. All right. Yep. Let me also paste these links here. Yeah. Oh, Shivaji Nagar. Nice. I mean, that's a place for a lot of furniture stuff and all. How long are you there? In Bangalore. I mean, if you're here, if you want to catch up, we can. Uh, if you will have time though. But Shivaji Nagar is almost like around 16 kilometers away from my place. Should be okay. Just a few days, okay. I'll try. Yeah, let me know. If you're around, just let me know. We can catch up. I think it will be nice to give a face to the name. What? Oh, sorry. But anyways, like I mean, Shivaji Nagar. What did I do? Shivaji Nagar is a good place. Just make sure that I know you visit other places in Bangalore as well, like HSR layout, um, tech parks. I don't know if there's anything else to visit in Bangalore. Cool. I always end up doing this. Office नहीं है आज. Office है यार. Hi meow monster. It's nice that people are up at this time. I didn't think that many of my frequent viewers will be up. office here. I will start working at around 10, and that's usually when I start working. So I think this is the time when I can get for my streams and self learning as well. So I thought, why not just do it live and kind of see how it goes. So trying to get back, trying. It's difficult. It's not easy at all. So yeah. I woke up at 6:30. Where do you live then? I live in Sarjapur, per main road. You can check out Sun City Gloria. That's where I live. That's the society's name. But I mean, dox yourself, like yes, you can term it that way. How's it been for you, Meow? Are you in Bangalore, right, Meow? I guess you were in Bangalore the last time we talked, right? Okay, this keeps happening with this West term. Same road. Oh, wait, where do you live? I've been before, of course. Oh, you've been to Bangalore before. Okay, sounds good. Why is it, of course, though? I mean, it's not obvious. Bangalore is not a place to be at again and again. I want to look for a, okay, not a bad theme for starters. This is nice. Okay, while we all talk, I can quickly start talking about what are we going to do. Um, the whole point is making sure that context palette gets to the completion stage. So I really want it ready. And the last time we left it, I need to make payment for my GitHub Premium, but I'm not in a rush right now. So let it be. Where are we starting from? So yeah, I mean, we were trying to move from binary to server. We have done so many things already, and we are in the right. Mm, let me just make sure. Can you guys hear any train noise? I don't know if you can hear, but there's a railway station around me, and it's noisy for some people, but I like it because you get to hear the train moving noise, and it's really nice. Oh, you are like 4 kilometers away. You live around Belandur, is it? I mean, we should catch up. Yeah, it's been so long. We guys, I mean, as I said, like it will be really nice to give face to the names we have, right? Except that I know you guys know me, and I hope my video is not on yet because I'm not in a position. Man, I've been losing here in Bangalore. It's very difficult to survive with here in Bangalore. The water is really bad, and I don't know. I can't go back to having long hair. I mean, yeah, I would love to, but I don't know how many people from my stream will come. It will be just 4 to 5 people. If you guys have friends, maybe we can do it. We can actually do a programming meetup or something. We can talk about things. We can have talks of our own. Not a bad idea, to be honest. We can do it. If we get at least 10 to 15 people, I'm up for it. Like, um, but I don't know if 10 to 15 is a dream. Split output and create map. Okay. Let me just see if I can compile. Why am I quitting? I'm in Emacs. Okay, cargo build. Is a little too much, yeah. I don't think that those many people will come. I mean, the thing is, from my YouTube, they might not come, but because they are my friends, they can come. Bakshari करेंगे shall we 3 to 4 are enough, and we can plan an outing somewhere. That's something that is possible, and we can plan it like 2 to 3 months in advance so that people can plan their tickets and come on time. I mean, they can plan accordingly. We can do that. I mean, 3 to 4 is also good. I understand, not for a meetup in terms of talks and all, but only just to catch up, kind of a meetup. It's good. Yep. So let's do it. Let's do it. I'm totally up for it. Dinner is on me, I guess. And for those people who drink is on me. Cool. It's actually, let's delete context pilot DB as well. So from the last time, if you guys remember, we used to have a context pilot DB, right? The thing is, it's still the same. Nothing has changed. So don't worry, guys. Okay. Hmm. Let's see what is it. Oh, it just what? Okay, that was quick. So the whole point of this breaking down, I remember it was because the way we are writing it to JSON file, it's not doing the async work that it should be doing, and it's not. I mean, it's not good. That's it. It's disappointingly bad. Okay, now how do I resize? That's the question. For that, let's go and make it a new tab. Maybe a new tab will work. Kush. I don't need to look at Western Lua. I need to. I always end up using. I think I should just alias NeoVim to Emacs. That's what I should do. Okay, how do I resize? Ah, this is all plus and all. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, okay. Got it. Nice, works. अरे अरे रुक जा बस stop okay. Does it bit too much? Okay. This is what I want. Yep. Nice. Okay. Nice, not bad. Alright, so what is it getting at? What's going on? Stop. Can you stop? Okay. I need to look at projectile, search, other project. How do I go to another project? No, I want to go to. Okay. How do I do this in switch project? Yeah, I can do switch project, right? Yep, there you go. And I can hopefully go to config context pilot db. Okay, no. Yeah, how do I? I'm sorry. Is there a way to create a new project? Yeah, can I do this? Oh, this is scratch buffer. Hmm. Is there a way? Okay, I need to check. Doom Emacs. That's more about projectile, but okay, new project. I think I'm. Yep, can't do this one. Okay. Projectile mode, projectile find. Yep. Hi, Sedentary Owl. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, I'm trying to create a new project from my own directory. I mean, the thing is, I want to navigate to config. Sorry, I want to go to context palette DB, right? And I want this to be my one of the projects in Emacs. Now, instead of me trying to open it from another Emacs and then trying to, navigate through this in projectile, I want to just be in the Emacs and do it now. Would you know how to do it? And also, thank you so much for joining. Welcome. Oh, I think I got it. Yep. Oh, it was fine file. Yeah. This one, right? This is what I'm looking for. So once I do this, I think I should be able to figure this out. Yeah, I think this will work. Thank you so much. I was looking for something like this. And I think this is also your first time in the chat. So I mean, this is one thing as well. Is Emacs best than NeoVim? I mean, it's like the comparison that I'm trying to make here is more about Doom Emacs versus anything else that is cooked with like any cooked config in NeoVim. And in terms of that, I think NeoVim definitely wins. Sorry, Doom Emacs definitely wins. I'm sorry. But other than that, with NeoVim versus Emacs, I do see a lot of developer related like nuances that we might discuss. For example, how is Emacs using a buffer to organize things and all, but I don't know about Emacs versus NeoVim to be honest. But in terms of, as I said, Doom Emacs versus anything that is cooked, for example, it could be LunaVim, it could be Astro NeoVim. I think in terms of that, Doom Emacs just win street, without a doubt. Oh, you found out my channel from Western contributors list. First time catching live. Thank you so much for joining. I did not know that I'm there. I have no idea, but it's really good that somehow people are getting to know about the channel. I can quickly explain what we are doing, but then we can also go back to what we were. Now, this is a problem, right? Like, I'm not using a split keyboard right now. Type fast. I kind of quit on that because it was getting very difficult. I switched to NeoVim solely from for Harpoon. Okay. We were just discussing this about, Harpoon in our Discord channel. It's funny that you talked about it. Like, if you want to talk about, we were ranting about it. Yeah, let's not get it started. Yeah, we were actually ranting about it on Discord channel. I wouldn't want to highlight it too much because I don't want this to reach to any other person who is a Harpoon fan. But I couldn't get a use case for it, to be honest. Like, honestly, I don't feel like why would someone use Harpoon as as a daily driver, but then maybe thousands of people already use it, so can't comment on it. But I think it's just you can talk about it. Why do you feel that Harpoon is useful? And maybe we can discuss. Anyways, this is a thing, right? I want this to be a new project. This should be called a project, right? Save project buffers, switch project, projectile. I think this, yeah, this one, right? Okay, not bad. I would, do I have it now? It's not there, but it's okay. I think this is what I wanted. So what we want to look at is 0.json, right? And it's a huge file. It's going to be a huge, huge file. So we can't really scroll through it, but there's a better way to do that. Okay, fortunately, Emacs will not start the LSP feature, and that's what I want. I don't want it to start. But if you see over here, what it's trying to do, okay, it was going through target debug as well, which is something that we should start coding that it should ignore all these files, right? That these indices are probably very doubtful for me. And I think this is where I'm doing wrong. The features that whatever we have done, those are not atomic enough for asynchronous to work. I'm a sophomore year student and I can't understand what are you doing. We'll come to that. Don't worry about it. But I don't like split screens and I usually work with like three files at once. So it's convenient to switch quickly. Okay, you don't know me. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye. Take care and have fun. Let me know whenever whenever you want to catch up and if you want to catch up. Sedentary oil, I see what you mean. I also like switch between buffers, but there's switch buffer command that I'm getting used to it. This one, and it just works for me right now, right? But it's possible that you also want to have marks like what Harpoon allows. Is that the reason? But you can also, I believe that there will be something for that in Emacs as well. Have you used Emacs before? And regarding that query type fast, please don't worry about it. Like honestly, the way it works is you first get used to things and then you can, quickly start figuring out what the other person is doing. Like first try to just understand the idea behind whatever we are doing. Because in sophomore year, I do expect that people will understand what the project is about. But how is it implemented? It's okay to not understand initially. So I don't think that's an issue. Okay, where are we doing this now? Okay, the thing is, as I said, like in the DB, if you would have seen, let me kind of quickly. There was 0.json, right? Why does it? Yeah, I do get so from here is equal to second year. Don't worry, I I can totally understand that. Why should, why would it not allow me to have, right? So this is the file we had, right? And we are writing this somewhere. Do we have, okay, I think this was more about db.rs. Yeah, and here we do write, right? So we do write it to a mapping file path and okay, can I please resize? You know, I want to resize this. Oh, this is totally what I didn't expect. I don't know if there's a way to resize. Okay, need to figure this out. Remind me about that. Okay. All right. So where are we at right now? We can get rid of this. So, but like you need to open that whole list and look for the file. I much prefer just adding those files and switch with keybinds. I see. I see. Makes sense. I mean, if you have a use case, I think this makes sense. Sounds like a good thing to use. I would assume that there will be something like Harpoon for Emacs. I'm pretty sure Emacs is such a big community, so someone would have made it. But it's just not visible. And given that um, Prime's, whatever you want to say, popularity, I guess, I think it's very popular with Harpoon as well. You're not using split keyboard. What about Kinesis 360 keyboard? I mean, I think it's way too expensive for Indians, given the customs and all. I don't think it's worth it, honestly. No matter how much pain you have, I think this thing I've recently realized that high profile keyboard was a problem for me because that kind of puts a lot of pressure on my fingers, and that's something I don't want to have. So my wrist pain and whatever things that I had, it also came with me driving my bike a lot. So that causes causes a lot of wrist pain in, I mean, in and around wrist. So it's, yeah, that's there as well. It's more about just taking some breaks and having rest and drinking enough water, stay hydrated, and all of those basic shit. Nothing else. Let me go back to how are we writing current write to a mapping file. This is what I'm doing, current write data to db file path, right? And here I'm creating a file. Couldn't open the given file, that's okay. File object output string, right? And where's this function coming from? Store, right? This is what I'm doing. Hmm. Okay, first of all, I'm going to college. Bye bye. Thank you so much for joining here. Have a great time. Enjoy. The db file doesn't exist for the given path. This is fine. Db file path I don't need to print here. Eprintln failed to. This is fine. Current file path. That was more for debugging, guys. By the way, if you're wondering what's going on, I don't think I need this mapping. Okay, print evacuated file. See, let's go through the flow again because the problem is that we are probably missing out on a lot of basics in terms of like the way we go through the flow. Okay, so what are we doing, right? So whenever you call the main function, we go to server. Okay, let me zoom in again for you guys. I hope this is better. So we have mute server equal to this state. Initially the state is stopped, right? Could have a default state as well, but that's okay for the starters. And then we have db default, whatever db we want to initialize. This does not initialize it though. This just kind of, gets it going. We are not initializing it yet. Okay, you're saying that I'm new to programming and still switch editors frequently. Will come back to Emacs soon. Lol. Yeah, it's really possible. Like, honestly, as I said, like Emacs, and when I talk about Emacs, I'm talking about Doom Emacs. I think it's just very fast. The LSP clients that I'm using as well, for example, it's very fast. LSP Bridge does use async better, and NewVim LSP is really, really, really slow compared to what I used to have. It's, I think it's more about the language and kind of support as well. So yeah, and I don't know the nitty-gritties of how Emacs LSP versus I mean, LSP Bridge versus New Vim LSP Works. Oh, yeah. Perfect. All right. I'm good to hear that someone is using Emacs as well, and you're using New Vim as well. So you kind of going to have best of the both worlds, I guess. So what are we doing, right? Server.handles server we are passing the default repository, which is this slash home slash kr shimali documents projects context palette rs. So this is like for testing reasons I'm doing. Okay, so this is for testing reason. Hardcode project name. What happened here though? If something went wrong. Yeah. So there's a question from you don't know me to sedentary owl. How do you navigate between Harpoon files? I see. I probably work on much smaller code bases than you don't, so you don't. Yeah, you don't notice much difference here. I think for me, like every file probably has crossed even 10,000 lines of code, which ideally I know it's not a good programming practice, but you can't help. Sometimes it's just there and you have to go through it, right? It's not in your hands to spread files, right? Um, Okay, so this is what we are doing, right? We are calling handle server then, and state db handler then initializes it. Okay, so this is what it's doing. We create a db instance, default folder path. This is what we have passed, and everything else is default, right? So if you see over here, so this is like index folder path, current items, mapping file name, current data, db file path, mapping data, current file path. Okay, so this like we're just kind of storing these things, and when I pass default, it's just gonna take all the d types and pass the default for it. Then we have let total valid file count, and then we try to find the file count in the folder path. Because what you want to do is you don't want to iterate through all the files, you just want to have the valid file count. Now the interesting thing is what I want to do over here is I also want to um yeah, this should be able to give me the files, give valid files based on dot git ignore as well. Why is it lagging? C buffer elphilia elphilia rust format log. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, this one, right? What's going on? I think switch to Rust 18 or later. What? I am not on the right Rust. Why is that? Okay, I am I'll update. Not actually, although my left key is QMK layer. Okay, how do I I think I might have to do brew update, guys. I thought I'm at a right version of Rust. It looks fine to me. I don't know what's going wrong. Yeah, over here as well, I don't see any upgrade. It's mostly just normal upgrades that we are doing. Okay, I don't know, but anyways, we can I think carry on. Um, yes, sorry, I think it was lagging, and for some reason I was very confused by that. Is it still lagging though? Let's see. Yeah, it's lag. It does lag. Okay, maybe it was this initializing thing. Looks fine now. I don't know, but we'll try to figure this out. Okay, let's go to main.rs. Are you also using a split keyboard, by the way? Secondary, sedentary owl. Sorry. Okay, so where are we at right now? We were at handle server. What's going on here? Yeah, okay, we were here. State handler dot init. We were here, and this is where I wanted to optimize a small thing. So this, right? I'm also gonna pass git ignore file path, leaving myself online but heading for out for breakfast. Thank you so much, Meow. Have a good breakfast. Enjoy. Thank you so much. And what I want to do is I want to pass git ignore file path, right? And this can be a slice as well, right? So what this does, right over here, this should not just give me valid file count. It should also give me the valid files that we want to visit, right? Um, self dot get valid files, right? So instead of having a total valid count, what I can have is let valid files. Okay, so instead of having a total count, we're gonna have valid files. It's gonna get transferred there, right? So db metadata should be upgraded to have, we were here, right? db metadata. Yep, there you go, right? Instead of this will be a valid files, and we will have I don't know, probably a list of string should be there. How do you want to call it? Yeah, this is fine. So vector of string, I can actually just put it like this, right? And this is like all valid files that are not present in .get ignorance. Now see, it's gonna get tricky, okay? The reason this is gonna get tricky is very simple because, oh, shorter instructor initialization. I can just get rid of this here. There you go. Now, see, the problem over here is when you do get valid files, wait guys, give me 1 second. Yeah, so when you do get valid files, okay, I need to define it first. Valid file count. Yeah, there you go, right? There was valid get valid files. Now it's gonna get very tricky, and the reason is that because you have to do this regex mapping, right? I'll talk about it first. Maybe we can write some tests later on, but it's gonna be a vec of string, right? And right over here I can just say instead of folder path, this is going to be getting no file path. Yep, there you go. Right, so what do I want to do? I want to iterate through all the files in the folder path, right, and check if, yeah, this is what you want to do ideally, right? Let me just break it down better. Yeah. So how can we do this, right? Right, so the right way to do this is, like, of course we will have to have, like, let's read the git ignore file path first, record all the regex in a vec, right? So I can do is I can do for entry in, no, I don't need to, I can just read the file, right? And I can pass git ignore file path. Okay, let me just see what does it return. It returns vec of uit. Okay, so it's definitely a valid thing that I want to have. I can have this here as well. So this is, for example, yeah, this is going to be a vector of u, right? So, okay, and what's your problem here? But this does return. Hi Rishikesh, long time yeah. What's up? How you doing? Good morning. It's good to see you guys. Okay, I need to check diagnostics. That returns result or option. The trait is not implemented for vector string. Oh, but it's not returning a vector string, right? Okay, going to college now. Oh, nice. Good luck, yeah. Enjoy. Have a good day at work. I mean, in your office, of course, but yeah. Diagnostic. I want to have a way to look at the current diagnostic, but that's a to do for me later on. So when we get content equal to read, get, ignore file path, right? What we can do is I can for now println content, right? And return this for now. Okay, let's make it simple. Oh, sorry. So the reason this is happening is because we are not returning a result, right? And if you see the error is gone now because it's kind of expecting you to return something, and I should be returning okay here. And I guess it can be a vector of string, I guess. I'm not sure about this one. Yeah, oh yeah. Expected semicolon. Why do I want? Okay, vector of u, it doesn't implement here for each line in content. Maybe I can do this. Okay, yeah, that's done. Why do you expect semicolon here? I can just use a, what kind of error are we thinking to return? This is fine, I guess. Okay, I don't know why does it want me to include dynamic. I do know the size of, maybe because of error. Stored error, right? Maybe I can just stored IO error. Okay, anyways, that's okay. That's for later. We can work on that. For now, I can just make this simple and have option here, right? And this is fine. It can be a sum. That's it. I don't know why does it keep expecting. Yeah, this function returns an option. Yes. Oh, okay. So where I'm using it, that's also wrong, right? Okay, so I can fix that. So what I can do is wherever I'm using it, get valid files. Okay, that's for later maybe. So this is done. And for now, what I'm doing is I'm just going through this file. Now see, this is what we need to understand. How does normal get ignore matching works, right? So what we can do is we can actually go and look at, I'm mostly doing it for learning purpose as well, but I assume there will be something that will show us that, okay, how does it work, right? By the way, guys, how many of you are here? You can say hi in the chat. Is anyone here? Okay. So I need to understand how does it work, right? How does get ignore matching? How does it work, right? Let's kind of just search for it. A get ignore file specifies intentionally untracked files that Git should ignore. Files already tracked by Git are not affected. See the notes below. Okay. Each line get ignore files specifies a pattern. When deciding whether to ignore a path, Git normally checks get ignore patterns from multiple sources with the following order of precedence from highest to lowest. Patterns read from the command line for those commands that support them. Patterns read from .gitignore file in the same. Oh, hi Amit. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, good morning. Guess this is your first time in the stream. I mean, on the stream. I don't know. Have you been here before? Okay, these patterns which match later to location of gitignore file. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Okay, I don't want to understand how. Well, like what's the format of gitignore? I instead want to understand how does it work, right? So in that case, what I can do is, I mean, it's probably. Oh, I see arc. Yeah, it was there somewhere. Yep, there you go. Yes, I don't know. It was okayish. Um, Arc on Windows. I don't know how is it now, but at least when it was there, I think it was in beta stage or something, and I didn't enjoy it much to be honest. But Arc on Mac is really good, but it does take a lot of memory. And now what I've seen is that they are bringing in so many new features that it's kind of getting slower than how it should be. In terms of like so many breaking changes as well, they keep on fixing, but they keep on bringing changes. With browser, what people want is something that actually, I mean, I love the innovation and all, but I want the browser to work all the time. I don't want it to break, right? It should be 100% of the times working. While if you remember, like my like Internet Explorer used to break, there was always this screen that would come up that okay, should you wait or cancel, right? So I mean, right now, people, the reason when I'm sticking to Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge right now is because I know they will not crash, right? And there might still be some reasons for it to crash, but I know that in compared to Arc, I think it just crashes a lot. If not crash, but a lot of new features coming up, adding some noise here. That's my personal opinion because I'm at a stage where I want things to just work and not be very, 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 very noisy. But yeah, it might be exciting for other people. Let's kind of clone the Git source code, guys, and try to see what's going on. Where is my chat? I thought I had chat somewhere. Let's get it back to 3. Yeah. Okay. So what we can do is, mm, context palette RS, we can go back, see the source codes, git clone this one. All right. It's cloning. Meanwhile, if anyone wants to talk about something, you can. Also, guys, I will have to hop off in 5 to 10 minutes. By the way, it's work day, so I have some things to catch up to. So I'm pretty sure, hope you will not mind. I love the UI. Oh, mm, I think a lot of browsers have already been taking inspiration, to be honest. And I don't know, like I also hope that they introduce new features like splitting the tabs and all. So I think this is also important. What kind of work do I do? Let me just ask a quick question. Are you from India or are you from outside India? Because that will help me set some context. Mm, okay, you're from India. Okay. In that case, I am working at in D Shaw. If you know the company, you can let me know if you don't. Do invalidate category. What does that mean? What is it doing? Do invalidate int that valid equal to 0, untracked dir. Okay. Do it. Okay, what is it doing? Invalidate, get ignore. Why are you calling this? So, I mean, yo, uh, hello, Page Song. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much for subscribing to the channel as well. Really appreciate it. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. How are you doing? Hi, Dot. Thank you so much for joining as well. How are you guys? Thank you so much for joining. I didn't know that many people will turn up today in the morning. I mean, it's morning in India. It's 9 o'clock now. It's not too early. This is your college account. Okay, I see. And thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Okay. So what does this comment read? I just wanted to understand, by the way, that what does invalid get ignored do? So needs work when untracked cache is enabled. Prep exclude will first be called invalid cache dir, then maybe many times more in last matching pattern. Oh, just got recommendations. Okay. Good to know. Thank you. Oh, you are from India, but you are doing your undergrad in Australia. So don't know about Indian companies. Okay. So D Shaw is a hedge fund company. Okay. And I work at D Shaw. It's, I mean, it's nice. I just joined D Shaw. It's been 4 months now. So yes, that's where I work. And what kind of work I do is more about, I'm in the Python infra team, which maintains the Python infrastructure of whole of D Shaw, right? And that is responsible to take care of whatever libraries we build internally, right? What kind of new features, bugs, and everything is, right? So in terms of tech stack, if you're curious, it's about, it's C and Python mix, right? But a lot of C goes in there. And of course, I would say that it's really good experience working for them because it's a fast-paced company. You do expect things to, like, turn up really fast, and whatever bugs are assigned to you, you should be on your toes. I'm not all the time. If you're off, you're off. I was having error in Flutter project, came to search for tech error solution. You came up anyway. I'm from your neighbor country. Oh, are you from Pakistan or are you from Bangladesh or are you from Nepal or China? Because I don't know, there's so many neighbors out there. You guys from different country? Yes. Deprian, thank you so much. But yeah, that's what happens, right? When you're developing, people will come from different countries and you kind of just get along. You're from Pakistan. Okay, nice to meet you. Yeah, thank you so much for joining as well. I don't know what time is it there. I think it should be 9:30. I believe it's just half an hour difference. I don't, was it 2 hours difference though? I forgot whether it was 2 hours or half an hour. Okay. Doesn't really feel like I am getting what this is doing and why are we doing it. I mean, doesn't, I really, I'm just new in the sunny, so learning a lot. Okay, that's good to know. I have not done Flutter before, so I'm sorry if I'm not able to help you with that, but I hope you enjoy the vibe in the stream as well. Oh, so we are 30, yeah, okay, 30 minutes behind you. Okay, nice. Sure, focus on work now. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. I want to see how are we validating. Sounds exciting. Hope I can get a job like that after graduating. I think you should check out a bit about DShaw. If they're in Australia, maybe you can try applying. DShaw does ask a lot of data structures questions, and it's very, I wouldn't say it's very difficult to crack, but yeah, it does get on your toes. I have not done, by the way, data structures a lot, so I'm the wrong person to say this, but I maybe just got lucky to get there. Okay, so what are we doing here? I don't have an SSS server right now. Um, so I don't know. I mean, where did you see it? At work, we have a lot of servers, but in my personal life, I think I'm just happy with whatever I have right now. I need to look at last search, previous command, comment. Oh, that's different. Okay. I need to check how to get last search enabled. Yeah, I think this is not relevant as well. Okay, okay. I miss using quick fix list from Neovim in Emacs because otherwise, if this was the case, I would have already figured out where I should go. So that's something I should focus on. And dot C is focus on practice instead of just studying. Yep, yep, yep. Do both, right? I mean, if you end up just focusing on one thing, it's not gonna work out. So, I mean, that's what he's saying, right? Just studying is not gonna work, and just practicing is also not gonna work. So you need to do both. What is this about though? What is this doing? Are these tests? Yeah, these look like tests for me. I mean, to me, this is interesting though. Text expect success multi existing untracked file. What project we have Interpret going on, so I'm building a crude app with Spring Boot and Next.js to learn. It's your first year. Nice. Good luck, yeah. Good luck. By the way, what project it is? I'm computer engineering student from Indonesia, but I don't know how to write a single code using Neovim. Like it's really different than any other IDE. Okay. Well, honestly speaking, don't really think much about it. Like I'll tell you what project this is. Okay. Context Pirate, what it basically does is when you scroll to the code, right? What I wanted to do is that let's say if I'm changing a file a lot of times for a particular content or something, okay, that means that this file would contain a lot of context about whatever I'm changing, right? So as an example, let's say if you keep talking about NeoVim, if anyone comes and talks about NeoVim, that just means that okay, NeoVim is gonna talk like NeoVim is a talk of the town on my stream. So if someone is searching about NeoVim, I am the person who has some context about NeoVim, and that's a possibility. It's not a surety, but that's a possibility, right? And sometimes this content, like whatever, whenever we use a VS Code like editor, that is not there because it goes through the references and it gives you some go to definition, go to references. That is not really the context you're looking for, right? So as an example, when I create a pull request, I'm changing a particular file a lot of times, right? So that's going to contain a lot of context, and that's what I want to give. Okay, so what we are trying to build is something similar to that, an alternative to LSP for any editor. And this is, I'm not using Newvim, I'm using Emacs, but yeah, it's an editor. You can just kind of skip that part if you don't want to use it. Hello Saurabh, what's up, bro? Thank you so much for joining. Good morning, yeah. I woke up and thought I should stream because it's been some time and morning streams are better because I'm able to find time in the morning. How was your gym? Did you do your gym? I hope you enjoyed. And right now we are going to Git code base. We are trying to understand how does Git ignore uh, work. I mean, how does Git ignore the Git ignore files, whatever they are, like whatever regex they're using there. So I think this is what they're using for all the testing stuff. Don't really find any use case there. So I'm gonna continue searching for Git ignore, right? And let's go from top now, I mean bottom to top now. It was great. Good, good, good. Hmm. I can't see. Okay, these are all shell script files. I don't really want to look at them. Guys, I got 7 more minutes before I log off. So if anyone wants to ask any questions or say hi in the chat, please feel free to do that, because that's something we can always do. Stupid question, but I wonder what happens if you add not get ignored to your get ignored. I do believe that it definitely ignores it, because it should work that way. But we'll have to take a look. I mean, also it's not a stupid question, but yeah, one thing we can do is if you see, we can go to documentation, right? So if you look at this, right, trailing white spaces in .get ignore files, unless they are quoted for function match 3, are warned and ignored. Strictly speaking, this is a backward incompatible change, but very likely to bite any user, and adjusting should be obvious and easy. Okay. So what I want to do is GitHub Git. Let's try. I would just say putting .get ignore into .get ignore. Let's just take a look at it. Is it possible to add? And it's not stupid, as you can already see. The get ignore files purpose to prevent everyone who collaborates on a project. Okay, therefore you should not ignore. ठीक है, I know we should not ignore. Tell me whether it will do it. This is really stupid question. Yeah, a get ignore can ignore itself if it's never been checked in. Yep, that's the point. If it was checked in already, then it will not ignore that. Hmm. You can still see it in edited files because it is still tracked by Git, and files tracked by Git are always marked as modified even if they are in Git ignore. So simply untrack it. I don't think is it possible to add doesn't work though. I don't want to see it in edit files. The question was like, okay, can I do it? All right, so I wanted to go through the PRs, something that was changed, get ignored. telling you your question is wrong. Yeah, typical Stack Overflow, right? I think the Stack Overflow is very strict as well sometimes. Like if you ask a question, if it's not really good, I think it's more about the C++ community, right? If you, I was always afraid because they're very critical about things that you ask. So I mean, now that I'm more confident, I know I can ask good questions. I know how to ask question. But sometimes when you ask a question, they'll just link you to how to ask a question page. I'm like, okay, that's not the best way to do it. These are all these are all okay. Yeah, fake BS and all. Can I ask about Git command? Yeah, sure, you can do it. Also, I will have to go to GitLab then, because I think I don't want to learn Git. Where's the Git PRs? Okay, not this. These PRs are was what's the difference when you use hyphen f hyphen u without that? Where? So hyphen f is for forcing, right? So when you do, like when you're pushing something and you know that okay, the commit history is not the same as before, so hyphen f is like, okay, I know what I'm doing and I want to force it. It might change the history, it might change the track and all, but it will do the job for you. Hyphen u, I don't remember, but you can probably take a look at help section. And for these, like, I mean, not that I'm not answering your question, but for these things, you can always look at the documentation and try to figure out what does it mean. Because not everything you will remember on your toes. Like, these things are not very common. Okay, Saurabh Singh, this is your different account, bro. How many accounts do you have, bhai? Anyways, guys, I think it's time for me to log off now. I'll continue looking at the Git source code next time. I know that this was a stream after so long, so spent a lot of time talking to people instead of coding. I'm sorry about that, but I hope you guys will understand. I'm pretty sure you guys will understand as well because you guys are good. I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you soon. Have a nice day as well, Saurabh. And everything else, everyone else who was there. Bye, happiness. See you next time, bro. Thank you so much, Dipline, Saurabh, Serenity Owl for being here, and Dot as well. Thank you so much. Uh, and who else was there? Rishikesh, thank you. Ahmed, thank you. You don't know me, thank you so much. And Type Pass, thank you so much as well. Nice to see you. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for being here, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it and see you again tomorrow, same time around 8 a.m. IST, Indian Standard Time. All right. Bye bye. Thank you. Take care. Enjoy. Ta da.